What is going on? I'm trying this again because the first time my face wasn't in the frame. It's just my lower half of this down. But, anyways, it's so hard to do again. This is my coffee bar. I have not done a coffee bar video in a while. It has since been updated. The last video I did was like 2021, I think, maybe even before that. The coffee bar itself is new. We had it custom made by a guy that I know. It is made of reclaimed Ontario barn board. Apparently, it's harder to come by these days, but our bench is made of the same thing. Um, we really wanted something custom. Like you can just barely see it in the camera, I noticed, but there is a wine rack in the middle of it, just because we have a little bar cart next to it that so that kind of coincides together, and it's kind of nice to just shove bottles of wine in there for when people come over. Moving forward to the right of the wine rack, there is storage for mugs, uh, coffee coffee tools like French press and an AeroPress, travel mugs, and a chess set because I like to play chess sometimes. To the left of the wine rack is some more storage, descaling stuff, other coffee tools. Hello, dog. Okay, let's move on to the top. Going from this side around of the L shape, we have a Breville Smart Grinder Pro. In my previous coffee videos, this is what I used. I went as far to have a single basket with a hopper uh, that I got custom off of Etsy from a guy. Uh, yeah, it works really well. We still use it for pour over and other things. Drip coffee, French press still works well. It's a very cheaper entryway into the coffee space. Don't have much more to say other than that. It doesn't grind very fine, but yeah. Moving on. Next up is the Cuisinart variable temperature kettle. A lot of people are always like, why don't you get a fellow EKG kettle? The spout. That's all I see is people, they love the fellow. And it's like, that thing's like 200 and some dollars. This thing was like 85 to 100. It works well. I can change the temperature in 5-degree increments. It will hold a temperature. Uh, the spout is okay. It's not great for pour over, but it works well for what I need it to do. And it was cheap. And I like inexpensive things. On the theme of inexpensive, this is a V60 pour over set that I got off AliExpress for like $5 to $6. Again, works well. Might need to get a new one soon as the wood is kind of cracking a bit. Next up is milk frother, which I mostly use for creatine, but it works well for hot chocolate as well as like milk frothing, I guess. We don't really use it for that though. Next up on the coffee bar is this little tea matcha area. Uh, we don't drink a lot of matcha, but it's nice to have it when we do want it. I don't really drink it that much, but my girlfriend drinks it. This is all stuff that we got when we went to Japan. For the most part, I think some of it is from elsewhere. Obviously, the David's tea thing, but yeah, matcha's nice sometimes. a little earthy. Next is Tea Goblin. Gotta have it. Shout out to Jack G Tattoos, where I got it from. I think it's done by another artist, but she was the one that was selling it, and just fits well, I think, with everything. Moving on, we have Sugar, pretty self-explanatory. 3D printed WDT tool. Holy jeez. I've had this forever. Keeps doing what it's doing. Don't need to replace it. I think I got it off Etsy for, I don't know. I can't remember, but it wasn't terribly expensive. Next is the Fellow. I don't even know. It's like one of those airtight containers that you like twist it to get the air out of it to preserve the coffee beans. I have not used the air tightness in a long time, mostly because it doesn't really work well. I don't know, maybe it's just mine, but it like I'll use it. It'll show the green color stating that all the air has been taken out of it, and then I'll come back like an hour later and it's back up again and the air got in. So I don't know if it's just a mechanical issue with the unit, but now I just use it to store coffee and it still works for that. Next up is a little ceramic bean holder to weigh out my beans in. It's nice. I like it. It is ceramic. It is dirty on the bottom. I got this off AliExpress for like $3.50 or something. Very cheap, but it works. Moving on, the Me Coffee Nano Pro coffee scale. I got this on sale for like $50 to $60, I think. And now I'm going to hear people saying, oh, why don't you get an Acaia Lunar Scale or whatever it's called? This was $60. That thing is like $200 to $300 depending on the model you get. This does like the same thing. I don't know if you get preset, whatever. This will weigh out my beans. It has a timer for pour over. It also has a timer, like the timer works for shots as well. When you're dialing out shots. Yeah, it's inexpensive and it works. So why not get it, you know? We have this black bar mat that like keeps the counter mess free, that it doesn't really work because we always get beans everywhere. Yeah, it is nice in the fact that like if you get shit on it, you can just throw it in the dishwasher and it comes back right back out clean. We have one of these little bar towels, microfiber to clean the steam wand and the portafilter. We have a knock box. Had that forever. Those just work well. Next is the tamping mat, which I think I got off Amazon for pretty cheap. This is a weighted distribution dial. I don't know what you want to call it. I think I got this off Amazon as well. I've had this as long as I've had the espresso machine, which is like 4 years now. It works really well. It's really hefty, but it does what it needs to do. And then next up is the Normcore self-leveling tamper. I got this off Amazon as well. I've had it for years now. It works really well. I don't know. It was pretty. It wasn't like the cheapest in terms of like tampers. Like I know there's manual tampers, but I like that it just self levels and I don't have to worry about it because I'm a tad lazy in that aspect. All right, the two main things on the coffee bar. We'll start with the grinder itself. This is a DF54. You're probably wondering why I didn't go with a DF64. Or maybe you aren't, but regardless, this was cheaper. It is good for my needs. It grinds really fine espresso. It's got like an anti-popcorn tray thing in it. It's supposed to have anti-static. However, there is a ton of static and chaff. The water droplet technique, I think that's what it's called. That works really well, but again, I'm a little lazy, so I never do it, and so I have to clean it quite a bit. But it comes with a little tool to clean it. The bellows works really well, and it was like $400, which is like cheap in terms of cheaper, not as cheap as that, but in terms of espresso space, coffee space, it is cheaper, and it yeah works well. It's hefty, like it is. This thing is heavy, but I like it. I like that it's heavy. It's got a very nice little button on the side. It's got a nice dial, and it has served me well for the I think almost year and a half to 2 years that I've had it. Espresso machine, the Gadget Classic Pro. Why I bought it. It's relatively inexpensive. It has high upgradability, and I've upgraded it a little bit over the years. Like I've got a steam knob upgraded. Well, it's not upgraded, but it's a nice aesthetic steam knob. It's walnut. Also got a walnut portafilter from Shades of Coffee. Same with the one steam tip, because I think the stock steam tips they push out two. They have two little nozzles. This one has just one, so you get better pressure. I've also upgraded to a 9-bar spring, so we're pushing out 9 bars. We've got a silicone gasket, an IMS shower screen, as well as an IMS portafilter basket. Both upgraded, both work really well for distribution. Same with this Normcore puck screen, helps with distribution. What else? PID. This is Shades of Coffee PID kit. I also got the Shades of Coffee housing unit for the PID. It works really well. I like that you know when it's up to temperature. I like that you know when the steam is up to temperature. I like that it keeps a steady temperature instead of like overheating or letting the boiler get too hot. What else? Yeah, it's nice to have. It's something else to add to it that makes it just a little bit better. Um, yeah, there's not much else I could say about this coffee bar. It does what I need it to do. I don't really feel like I need to upgrade. I mean, everybody would like a Rocket Apartamento or some sort of fancy machine, a dual boiler, or stuff like that. They look really nice, but this thing has kept me going before work, on days off for like 4 to 5 years now, and it's still kicking ass. Uh, I don't have to descale it as often since we got a reverse osmosis machine. I used to have to descale it quite a bit, but it's much cleaner with that machine. Same with the kettle. It used to get so much calcium buildup that I'd have to do like a vinegar scrub. With the RO machine, I don't have to do that anymore. So that just like eases the prep even more, you know? Um, I don't think like I don't know. It's like complete, so I don't know if I want to add anything to it. Maybe there might be some upgrades down the line. I would like to get a thinner puck screen, maybe, just because this one's a little bit thick, and sometimes like depending on the beans that I'm dialing in, it's hard to get this on with it. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, let me know in the comments. I'm pretty open about this stuff. I like coffee stuff, as you've probably noticed. I have so many like coffee preparation tools. Like I have a Chemex, I have a pour over, I have an AeroPress, I can't even remember what it's called, but my girlfriend got it for me. It's really cool. What the stand by. What the heck is that thing called? I don't remember. Oh well. We got a French press. I also have a toddy like cold brew maker. Yeah. So let me know if there's anything you have questions about because I'd love to answer them. That's it for now. Peace out.